I saw a hand before.
Just very simply, are we going to have access to some of the imagery to be seen, specifically that section cut of the heights?
Everything that we're sharing with you today is going to be uploaded on the website.
And also, when the design guidelines are issued, there will be a series of diagrams showing additional information above and beyond what you saw per design case for each of the concessionaires.
Hi there. I have one more question. Sorry. Have you explored whether there's the opportunity with any of the concessions to be able to open up kind of like a double-loaded situation so that the people waiting in the baggage claim have access to the concessions? So that's a big market there.
We will have 2 landside locations that we're calling kind of cafe newsstands, and they will be located in the bag claim area, one near the north, one near the south, and I believe they are packaged with some internal locations, so you may want to look at the packaging. No, due to TSA restrictions, we cannot open them up. I know that there was a question over here, and there's one back there.
I noticed that there was no natural gas available. Can we use propane gas instead as an alternative?
On the particular issue of natural gas, that is something that we're continuing to refine right now. The infrastructure currently does not exist in the terminal, as you just articulated, to support a natural gas operation. But that's part of the last of the programming schematic design that we're doing, is what is feasible, conceivable, cost-effective, and those kinds of things. So I think in the coming weeks, we'll have some further definitive detail on that.
Can you go back to the slide where you had the little people moving around?
Oh, I knew you would ask me that.
Look like little ants, but.
You want the ant? Okay.
And the question really is, as those people are moving around in your pods there, it appears though they're going to be walking past the concessions, and just show us again where the whole rooms are and the thinking behind all those folks moving, and will they stop?
Now, for artistic purposes, the ants are bigger so that you can see them, but they really look like little bitty dots. And what we've also tried to do is to kind of break it out by day part in terms of taking that peak day part hour, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. And what this actually demonstrates is the number of passengers that are either coming through the Skylink area, going through the checkpoint, or coming on and off of flights in various gates. So we took the information that we got from American, and we tried to cut it as best we could based on what their flow is today and how people kind of move around. So what this actually just demonstrates is how people are going to be entering the building and exiting the building, as well as going on and off of the flights.
And you'll notice associated with each of the A numbers is a gate, and then just inside of that there are white spaces associated to the hold rooms. You can see right now at A24, people are coming out of a gate, and on either side are hold rooms to that gate. So that'll give you an idea of the lounges.
Who's got the mic? Whoever's got the mic next.
I know there's a little bit of the information online for the bid package, but for the business center specifically, will the tenant specifications that you said that will be online after this address the electrical capacities and exactly what data will be allowed for the business center?
During the tour today for the Business Center and the Shoe Shines, we will discuss that. I'll have Kevin Sewell with me that can address the Business Center. There are some uniqueness at that facility, and that's why we're giving the tour.
And whatever we find out, we will post online. Gosh, there's nothing happening over here.
Hey, Z, as it relates to trying to project some of the impact that the Love Field or the Love Field change in the Wright Amendment will make, I know we were talking about a 2.1 to 2.5% increase in traffic. Have we tried to put some scenarios together with where Love Field will fly, passenger counts that their planes hold, and exactly what kind of an impact? While I believe there'll be a recovery, do we know what kind of a dip or a cycle? Have we done any type of projection to help us with figuring out how we manage our budgets and our projections with what we're expecting in the terms that we have?
Right. We're actually in the process. We've got an outside consultant, SH&E, that's working on that for us and making estimates. And like I said before, it's certainly much more of an art than a science. But we are working on projections. Time frame ought to be within the next few weeks or so that we'll have something. So yeah, we are looking at that.
And as soon as we would have it, would that be something you would put out on the website? Would there a meeting or a memo, or do you send it to the emails you've collected? That's a very important piece of data.
Yeah, I probably need to talk to some folks about that. I'm not directly involved with that. I'm not sure what the contractual relationship is that we have with SH&E. I wouldn't think that'd be a problem, but I'd probably need to follow up with some other folks on that.
Okay. It's important. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, Michael.
I see a question over here.
Raise your hand.
Right in the back door.
Great, excuse me.
Good morning. I wanted to ask, A13 has a big spot of 4,000 square feet for an Asian restaurant. Would that be subdivided, or would that be one restaurant?
That is one restaurant. About, I think it's about 60% of it is for the restaurant, and the balance of it is the seating around it.
Okay.
Okay. I see no more hands. We'll keep moving on with the agenda. Thank you very much. And if there are additional questions as we go through this, please write them down, and we will collect that information and make sure that we're able to get back to you online. Well, it says break. And we can break now, or we can go to another presentation and then break after the presentation. Go, go, go. All right, come on, Michael.
Well, let me say good morning. And since we have not taken, we decided to not take the break. You know, I'm kind of like Ken. I'm supposed to stay with the script today, so I'm going to do that. But I would be remiss if I didn't take this brief pause for a worthy cause and just say to everyone, it is so good to see all of you today. And you know what? At DFW Airport, we're jacked out of our minds about this. So I think you guys should give yourselves a round of applause. Come on. You know, we're happy to see all of you. You know, really, this is like a family reunion. You know, we come to the various conferences and things of that nature, and yet I stood in the back and I noticed that, I mean, we didn't have enough seating here. So there's an ACI, there's a AAAE, there's an ARN, and then there's a DFW. How about that? So we're excited today to have you here. Thank you for coming and participating. I'm going to talk about a simple plan. It's our concession plan and our goals. Simply put, we're focused on the customer, exceeding the customer's needs. You know, what is the customer's preference? You know, it's their perceived value that matters most, and that's what we're looking to address. What do they perceive as being the true value? We're based on customer preferences, and we're going to ensure the proper mix of food and beverage, retail, and passenger amenities, and our advertising options to ensure that we're implementing the new concepts that we need to implement and to optimize the use of the concessionable space that we have. We're going to increase over 50% in total square footage. So we're excited about that because that's going to allow us to do the proper mix that we need to achieve. That's going to allow us to bring in some of the newer concepts that we want to see, and we're going to address that customer's needs. We have videos that we've gone out and we've assessed with customers out in the terminals. Customers have told us what they want, and we're addressing that. And we think in increasing our square footage, that's going to allow us to be able to address that. We're looking at a 60-40 mix of food and beverage and retail, and that's going to give us a targeted balance, if you will.